2022 was the year of technological innovation. The technological advancements made within the last 3 years and their potential to improve athletic performance are both promising and for some terrifying. We've seen new training tools like Rep 1 that have made velocity-based training much more accessible to the average powerlifter by creating a device that is 1/10 of the price of older velocity tracking units such as GymAware. The continued development of large powerlifting databases such as openpowerlifting.org allows powerlifters to obsessively compare their performances to over 45,000 athletes worldwide with live updates from every competition on the planet. Additionally, if a beginner or intermediate athlete wants to train like one of their idols, there is likely a mobile app which they can easily download and access their programs with a click of a few buttons and access to a credit card. Many athletes have formed partnerships with various software companies such as MyStrengthBook and Playbook.io to sell training programs at scale. Other apps such as Juggernaut AI and Evolve AI claim to provide affordable expert coaching by uniting advanced artificial intelligence, industry-leading coaches, world-class athletes, and cutting-edge research. Man, that's quite intimidating. Maybe I should consider a new career. Maybe I should quit my job and become a DJ. I've been coaching powerlifting for the last 8 years with hundreds of competitive and casual athletes. When I started coaching in 2014, the coach's proficiency with Microsoft Excel was the primary difference between a successful powerlifting coach and someone who struggled to work with more than 6 clients. Companies like Reactive Training Systems, The Strength Athlete, and The Strength Guys dominated the coaching scene as they were able to build and deploy programs much faster than the average coach. And they had the athletic experience to back up their programming wizardry. Every year, technology continues to improve, and more athletes learned that they too could become powerlifting coaches as long as they had access to reliable internet and could find some easily modifiable Excel templates. In 2022, once an athlete competes in their first or second powerlifting meet, they will likely set up a Linktree page and a coaching application form. Anyone can cook. Anyone can coach, apparently. Coaches no longer compete on scalability or skill, but on pricing and clout. Unfortunately, this influx of coaches has blurred the lines between coaching and programming, leaving some athletes needing clarification on what to expect from their coach and what coaching even means. With the rise of AI technology, many have begun to wonder whether AI could replace powerlifting coaches entirely. You'll no longer need to be ignored by your coach for 3 weeks just for them to update the one thing that you want to change in your program. All you need to do is text your AI coach and boom, instant gratification, program change, you're on your way to making gains again. Okay, enough with the hypotheticals. Let's look at what a powerlifting coach actually does and the benefit that they provide for their lifters by analyzing 3 phases of the coach-athlete relationship. In phase 1, I like to call this the rapport building and developing the athletic profile. During this phase of the coach-athlete relationship, the coach's role is to learn as much as humanly possible about the athlete. During the first month of working with a new athlete, it's essential to spend a few hours each week learning about their training preferences, current limitations, and previous and upcoming obstacles. We also have to gather an understanding of their future goals and their personal and professional considerations as we develop their program. All of this information gathered from these conversations, we can build effective training plans and help develop buy-in with the lifter to maximize short-term success and initiate the behavioral changes necessary to help them achieve their long-term goals. With the information gathered from these conversations, we can build effective training plans and help develop buy-in with the lifter to maximize short-term successes and initiate behavioral changes to help them reach their long-term goals. Phase 2. Analyze and adapt. Phase 2 is the most intensive phase of the coach-athlete relationship. The early stage coach relationship magic is fading, and if you care to maximize client results, then it's time to get scientific. It is your job as a coach to gather more objective and subjective data from your athlete at this stage to help them find their primary limitations and strengths. In phase 2, some coaches get frustrated and think they should find a completely different career. clear. I've even thought to myself at times, why is my lifter not responding to this strategy? All of the data that we have indicates that they should, and it's frustrating. That last sentence that highlights the problem. All of the data indicates that they should respond well. We don't live in a world of ideological outcomes. We live in the real world. And in the real world, if our approach is not working, we either need more data to make the appropriate changes, or our data analysis needs to be improved upon. It's crucial to schedule coaching calls at the end of each block during phase 2. I call these discussions block reviews, and they help in 3 primary ways. First, block reviews allow athletes to add personal context to any objective data which they've shared with you. Block reviews allow athletes to express their concerns or highlight their satisfaction with training during this time. That said, some AI tools could definitely help us with some of the objective data analysis, such as suggesting programming adjustments based on changes in athletes' external stress or their excitement with training. However, currently, AI cannot meaningfully assess subjective data that is easier to understand as the coach forms a strong relationship with their athlete. The human connection is key here. Phase 3, cruise control. This phase requires only slight tweaking, as the training strategies you've concocted during phase 2 seem to yield consistent positive results for your clients. Block reviews are still an essential element of phase 3, however, your role may shift towards that of a mentor and less of a mad scientist. You may shift between phase 2 and phase 3 if something negative happens in your client's journey, so avoid getting too comfortable in phase 3, as something that requires immediate assessment could happen at any time. I'm not particularly worried about an AI being able to replace me or any other coach in phase 3, because the mentorship development, again, is dependent on the human connection and trust that the client develops with their coach and their coach develops with their athlete. So what about my concerns with AI and the AI craze? I am a full-time coach after all. Unfortunately, perception is everything. I know my worth as a coach. However, I'm just one guy in a red ocean of marketers and larger coaching companies that spend millions of dollars convincing potential clients that AI technology is here, it's ready, and it can help athletes build strength and even peak for a competition without the need for a coach. Suppose an athlete is unaware of what benefits a human coach can provide, and the AI alternative to their perception of coaching becomes more affordable. In that case, sure, an AI-powered app or technological advancement could replace me. That said, coaching is more than writing programs and making programming adjustments. Of course, programming is a big part of it. However, athletes are much more complex than the objective and subjective data that they may provide to an AI-based app. Additionally, most AI in the marketplace today is only as effective as the individual that develops it and the algorithms which they use to improve upon their own AI. As human coaches, we may not have developed algorithms that can guarantee positive adaptations for our athletes. Here's my biggest issue with AI. There is not one coach in the world today that is aware of what is necessary to guarantee progress for their clients. We don't have an algorithm that can do this. We don't understand all of the variables that are required to even build strength. We haven't scienced our way into a position where we can just send data to an AI and hope that it's going to solve all of these issues that athletes face. There is no coach that can do it. The data that we look into can help, but how can we expect AI to replace coaching when we don't even have the certainty of knowledge ourselves? In a world where more money means more influence, I'm concerned that the false perception about AI will continue to be overstated by large coaching companies with a huge marketing budget. Remember the hype generated for Tesla's self-driving car that we learned later would break down the second there was too much moisture in the air? Everyone wants a piece of the pie, and businesses are willing to overstate the importance of a given product or technological innovation to generate revenue and create a sense of FOMO, or fear of missing out, for potential clients. Unfortunately, vulnerable athletes are on the receiving end of this, and AI technology is not currently capable of providing what is necessary to help maximize their performance performance in the long run. But what do you think? Will AI replace coaches forever? Should I get a new job? Should I stop lifting weights? Have we answered all of the questions that are necessary to get stronger? Because if there are people in the comments asking me how to get stronger, I don't know. I gotta go. I think the Terminator is getting angry. What do you think? Will AI replace me? Will it replace the need for coaching? I currently don't believe it will, though there is always benefit to having more of your decisions being made by technology. That's obviously helpful. I use it all the time. But there's nothing, in my opinion, that is going to replace the benefit for an athlete of working with a coach who can empathize, listen, and validate their athlete's concerns to help them move forward when life becomes the biggest limiter. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll talk to you in the next video.